Hey friends, hope everyone's having a beautiful weekend and staying safe and healthy. I wanted to come on here because I just picked this up from my P.O. box. Really excited. It's my monthly nutrients, and so I'm going to give you a sneak peek into what that looks like. I've been using these the past 9 months to really regeneratively give my body a boost and detoxify and nourish my body, and I am feeling the best I felt in a long time. So I'm going to give you a peek into what the nutrients look like, plus a little bit extra. Hey, Brett. Okay, so this is the Core 4, which I got. Actually, you know what, we're going to start with this first. Green spectrum. So I take the Core 4, which I'll get into in a second, but I also take green spectrum, which is a blend of greens. It's like, really, if you think of a rainbow, it's like the rainbow of greens. It has so many good things in here, like alfalfa leaf juice powder, organic barley grass. Barley grass is really great for detoxing heavy metals. It's also really good for breastfeeding moms to help produce milk production. It has a ton of antioxidants in it. Organic spirulina. So spirulina is like the multivitamin of plant-based products. It has a lot of natural protein in it. Also good at detoxing heavy metals. It's in medical mediums, heavy detox smoothie. We also have organic chlorella, which also helps detox heavy metals, but it's a food source. And it has a lot of chlorophyll in it, and overall just very, very nutrient dense. Organic sea kelp, organic parsley, broccoli. Broccoli has a good amount of sulforaphanes, which are really helpful, especially for producing glutathione in our bodies, which a lot of times if you have chronic illness, you are deficient in that. Organic cabbage, kale, dandelion leaf. Dandelion leaf is especially great at detoxing the liver and cleansing the blood. Broccoli sprouts, dulse. There's more in here, but it's all natural, no artificial flavors or anything. And so I add this to my Powershake sometimes, and it tastes like Fruity Pebbles. And sometimes I just add this with a little bit of biofruit for an afternoon drink. It's kind of like juicing, but has a lot more nutrients in it and it's way more convenient. I also have Can't Beat This, which is a natural caffeine source and antioxidant rich super blend. So it has some coconut water for electrolytes, organic beetroot juice powder. So beets are especially great at oxygenating the body and helping produce more nitric oxide. So I personally use this before hikes or workouts. It really helps oxygenate the body and gives you a boost of energy, but without like a sugary crash like Gatorade or something would. And it also has some natural caffeine sources in there as well, like yerba mate leaf and coffee berry extract. So instead of the coffee bean, which is really acidic and highly, highly processed, it has coffee berry fruit extract, which has a ton of fruit. It's a fruit and it has a ton of minerals and antioxidants in it, and it's like the whole plant instead of just the coffee bean. And another problem with coffee is that it also has a lot of mycotoxins, and so if you're exposed to mold and you're really trying to heal your body and take a holistic approach to things, coffee is one of those things that's super acidic forming in the body and also has a high amount of mycotoxins in them as well. And so Can't Beat This also has some mushrooms in there, some adaptogenic mushrooms. So I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but I will say if I'm going on a long road trip or I am needing an extra boost in the afternoon, this is a really great way to do it, and it's alkalizing, not acidic. Then last but not least, we have this beautiful box, and it's the Core 4. And so when I first started this journey, I started with my ULT, Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, and did a 30-day cleanse. Actually did 2 back-to-back and was really stringent about the foods that I was eating and really eating a lot of fruits and alkalizing foods, which I still do, but I'm on the maintenance. I'm not on as heavy of a dose of the nutrients. Sometimes I'll listen to my body and I will have more than 1 shake a day, but essentially this comes with a nice handy little schedule to follow. And it's about building, nourishing, detoxifying, and regenerating. So a lot of times in the world we live in, we are exposed to a lot of chemicals and toxins, and we think a lot about detox, and we hear that word cleanse, but what about nourishing and really replenishing our body with what it needs, and then rebuilding and cleansing up? So here is the infamous Powershake. It's a blend of super foods, fruits and veggies and grasses. The key is the greens are actually grasses. So for people that have oxalate issues and are concerned about that, you're not going to get that from this because it is all sprouted grasses, and there are some grains in here, so there's definitely alternates if that's a concern for you. But so nourishing, so filling. Everything is wind and solar dehydrated, so it lasts. This has a shelf life up to 2 years if you don't use it, so definitely stocking up on with what's going on in the world today. And you just add a little bit of water to it in the morning, so a couple scoops of this, and then you have a really nutrient dense breakfast. And I take that alongside with the Biome Medic, which really helps the gut. So it was formulated specifically with 4 ingredients, has lactobacillus in it, a prebiotic, fulvic, and humic acid. So the way that fulvic works with plants, if you were to water a plant, the fulvic actually helps remineralize the soil. So it's kind of working the same way in our bodies. It's helping to remineralize and bring nutrients to our gut, but it's also helping pull things out gently without indiscriminately binding. So for the longest time, I was taking things like cholestyramine and bentonite clay, which is binding out toxins, but also nutrients at the same time. So I actually can take this with my Powershake or with food, and it works best that way because it does have the pre and the probiotics. So you're like flooding your body with nutrients while you're scrubbing the gut and then repopulating, and it works great. The third component is super amino 23. And so I'm taking this a little bit before my Powershake and Biome Medic every morning. I take it on an empty stomach with lemon water, and it is the most bioavailable pure protein source that I have been able to find. It's the amino acids. So your body, when you ingest when you take in protein like meat and fish and eggs and that kind of stuff, your body sees that protein and then it has to break it down into amino acids. So that takes a lot of energy, and usually your body's taking out about 17%. So say you're eating a breast of chicken, you are really only getting about 17% out of that, whereas this is 99% available by your body. I just listened to the talk by the Italian physician who created them, and it was really amazing. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about them, happy to send you that link. But essentially 10 milligrams of this, so like 10 of these tablets, which I usually take daily, is equivalent to 350 grams of protein in your body. So for someone that's really sick, someone that can't digest their food properly, these bypass the digestive system. They do go into the small intestine for a bit of time, but essentially they're really absorbed by the bloodstream and the lymphatic system. And that's a massive amount of protein and rebuilding of the bodies and the tissue. So that's why a lot of patients who have like gastric bypass surgery or who have muscle wasting or other issues are using these super amino 23. And then last but not least, we have one of my favorites is a Powershake. If I can get this box open. A Powershake, this specifically is organic tart cherry juice, and where the cherries are grown, these special type of cherries have one of the highest ORAC contents. So it's not just any cherry juice. I've tried a lot, like Whole Foods and Sprouts and things with Powershake. And so I take 1 to 2 tablespoons a night of this, and it really helps support the kidneys and the liver, and it really helps your body produce its own natural melatonin. So for the longest time, I was taking melatonin supplements, I was taking Benadryl, I was taking sleep aids to get a full night of sleep. And this, I just feel so much more refreshed when I take it in the morning. Sometimes add a little bit of our CBD to it, and it's great. And then it also serves as a nerve tonic. Cherries are a really good nervous system tonic. So if you have a lot of anxiety, if your nervous system is ramped up, it can be a really great thing to take during the day and just sip on with a little bit of lemon water through the day, because it does taste pretty good. So those are the 4, the Powershake, Aminos, Biome Medic that I take, and then do add in things like green spectrum and other things to just boost my phytonutrients and really aid my body's ability to self-heal and to regulate. So if you're interested in the protocol, learning a little bit more about these, let me know, comment in the post below, and we can get you set up with that. If you are following the protocol and you're using these and want to hear more about your experience and how it's going for you. Thanks for tuning in, and hope you have a beautiful day or night.